Hello chess fans, this is Rick from Chess to Impress with number 123 in the series Viewers Games. If you would like your game to be analyzed on Chess to Impress, then you can send it to me by email to classroomchess64@gmail.com. At the end of the video we will also make a new move in the game between myself and the Chess to Impress viewers. But first it is the turn of Chen. Hi Rick, this is Chen. Also known as Is It a Good Move 9876 on Lichess, and also known as the Free Bird Forever on YouTube. Yes, I see regular posts from the Free Bird Forever, so it's nice to know now that that is Chen. Chen says, I really enjoyed your analysis of chess games. I would like to share with you these games that I played 16 months ago. And the first game is my most memorable game online, and that's the one we're going to look at. And Chen gives a few highlights of that game. He says, my opponent used all his time on the last 5 or 6 moves, and that is indeed quite interesting that Chen says that, but because I find that inexperienced players tend to start using time when it's already too late. They start to think, use time when their position is already lost and cannot be saved. That is a characteristic of inexperienced players. So if you want to get better, then one way to do that is by thinking when the position is still equal in the opening, in the middle game. That's when you should use your time and not just try to save the game when it's already too late. Chen continues and says, I missed checkmate in 2 moves on move 30. I thought my checkmate was slipping away from me after move 30, but no, it came back. And after the game my opponent said, good game. And then he said, so cruel. Chen says, feel free to add some insights and improvement tips. Thank you for your time of analyzing this game for me. The reason this game was definitely my most memorable game is because I had not done any rook sacrifice up until that point. When I play over the board chess, I play quite passively or just trade pieces if I don't see anything. Even if trading pieces means bad for my position in the first place, I would still do it. Very honest assessment of his own play from Chen. Well, in this game he did not chicken out and trade pieces. Chen played a beautiful attacking game. Let's have a look at it. It was played on Lichess. It was a rated rapid game. I don't have the exact time control. And Is It a Good Move 9876, which is Chen, had a rating of 1686 and was playing with the white pieces. His opponent was Meningit and had a rating of 1654. So quite similar ratings. And Chen opened with a d-pawn, d2, d4. Black plays the Dutch defense, f7, f5. And now the main moves here are g3, to fianchetto the bishop to g2. Also c2, c4 is very popular, as is knight f3. But the fourth option is knight c3, and that is what Chen chooses here. And now knight f6 is the main move, as well as d5, setting up the stone wall for black. But black played e6 instead. And now e4 is the main move, and then we see that that pawn normally gets taken. Knight takes e4, knight f6 and bishop g5. I found a game of the great Viktor Korchnoi with these opening moves. But Chen, after e6, decided on e3 instead. A more cautious move. Knight f6, knight f3, bishop e7 and b3. Chen wants to put the bishop on b2. Castling from black. There goes that bishop. d6 and bishop d3. White just calmly brings all his pieces into play. a6 from black, and now knight d2. As we'll see, Chen wants to put his queen on f3 and then castle queenside. b6. There goes the queen. Black has to be careful. Chen is hitting the rook in the corner, which is unprotected. So d5 was played, blocking the diagonal, and now Chen thinks that the queen is no longer well placed on f3 and moves back to e2. Chen, if you played your queen to f3 just to have that tempo on the rook on a8, then that's not enough. You know, d5 that black played is a good move, is a move that makes sense for black, is a useful move for black, and then your queen f3 move has just been a loss of time. Bishop b7, there goes the king to the queen side, knight bd7, and We have opposite side castling, and as we often see in this type of position, we get a very exciting game where white attacks the black king on the king side and black attacks the white king on the queen side. So a move like h4 is a good way to start an attack, but Chen decides on h3, and that is what we call a half move in chess. Not a bad move, but it's not very active. It doesn't really have a purpose. It's just a half move. c5 is more energetic from black. That pawn was taken, and the knight takes. And now f3 from Chen. Another half move. There were more energetic moves in the position. a5 and a4 was played. g4 here would have been a sort of justification of white's previous moves. But a4 was chosen by Chen. And now rook b8, a mysterious move. I have been staring at its position for a long time, but have not been able to understand the purpose of this move. Let's call it a half move, maybe a quarter move even. Knight b5, bishop c6, and g4. Bravo, Chen. Chen recognizes he has to attack on the king side. That's where white's play is. Knight e8, and that knight wants to go to c7 as we'll see, and then take the knight on b5. It looks somewhat dangerous to take a defender away from the king side. And there goes Chen. He has found a plan. h4, he goes forward. Knight c7 and h5. Chen is rolling his pawns on the king side. Now black decided to swap a few pieces. Knight takes, queen takes, knight takes, and a takes. Bishop back to d7, and now g takes f5, another very nice move from Chen, opening up a line against black's king. And please note the strength of this bishop. The bishop on b2 is a monster. It is combining attack and defense. It protects the dark squares around white's king, and it attacks black's king. Bishops are long-range pieces. We like the bishops. Black recaptured on f5, rook d to g1, bringing another piece into the attack. And here bishop f6 is a very good move, neutralizing the bishop on b2. But black retreated his rook to f7 instead, and that is less good, because Chen keeps going forward. h6, the g-pawn is pinned, g6 to keep the g-file closed, and now there is Chen's moment of glory. Rook takes g6 check, and I understand why Chen sent it this game, as this is a beautiful rook sacrifice and it is winning. Black took, and the quickest mate here is h7 check, and if you take that, then there is queen takes g6 check, king f8, and rook takes h7, and either rook h8 checkmate or queen f7 checkmate will be coming. If after h7 check you go to f8 with the king, then this is checkmate. So after h takes g6, the quickest checkmate is with h7 check, but Chen took on g6 with the queen. Also good enough to win this game in the next few moves. King f8, there comes h7, and black tries to flee with the king to the queen side, but it will not work. h8 queen check is a logical move. White has a second queen, and he's now material up after sacrificing that rook. Material up and a mating attack against black's king. Bishop f8, only move, and now the quickest way to checkmate is queen takes f8 check. You have to take with the king, and then the rook comes to h8 with check. King e7, and a very nice checkmate move. Do you see it? Mate in one here. It is bishop a3. That monster bishop delivers the checkmate. Nice checkmate move, bishop a3. After bishop f8, Chen did not take on f8. He played bishop f6, bringing in the bishop another way. Attacking the queen, queen c7, and again queen takes f8 check is the quickest, because there's king takes and rook h8 is checkmate. That is the mate in two that Chen was talking about in his introduction. In the game after queen c7, Chen played rook h7. And bishop takes b5. A dying man can eat anything. White has too many pieces into the attack. There is no defense. Queen h2 g8 was played by Chen. Rook b7, desperately trying to keep things together. But now Chen found the knockout move with queen takes f8, check. And here black resigned. And he said, good game. And then he said, so cruel. Yes, the last few moves have been very cruel. And as Chen said it in his introduction, that black spent most of his time on the last 5 or 6 moves. Well, that was when he was already completely lost. He really should have spent some more time before it was too late. That knight e8, c7 takes b5 maneuver was not great. Black played without a plan in the middle game. As said, here black resigned. If you take the queen, then this is checkmate. We saw that one already. And if you flee with the king instead to the queen side, then there is queen g takes f7 check, king c6, and mate in 2 like this. This is checkmate. So Chen had won a wonderful game in 32 moves. His most memorable online game, as he called it. And Chen, you played very well. It took you a while to find the right plan, but once you found it, you played it flawlessly. You jumped the opponent's king at the throat and delivered a very nice checkmate. Well done, Chen, and thank you very much for sending in this game. And this position is our game, myself with white against a chess to impress viewers with black. Last week I played bishop f4 takes the bishop on e5, and it was your turn. What did you come up with on your 29th move? There were 15 votes this week, and queen e7 takes e5, recapturing the bishop. Got 10 votes, so is clearly the winner. Knight b8 to d7 was played for 3 times. I think once by funny animator Jim TV, who did not really want to play that move, but has given up on this game. 2 players wanted to play that knight move. 2 viewers said, let's finish this game, and resigned. So let's put your move on the board. Queen e7 takes e5, taking back that bishop. It's a pretty forced move, and my move is forced as well. I think I have to take the unprotected bishop on c8. Queen takes c8 is my move, and now I am in a very nice position with these 2 central pawns as extra pawns. I'm 2 pawns up, and those 2 pawns look very healthy. It is your turn. What would you play here in this position for black on the 30th move? You can take part in this game by putting your move in a comment section underneath this video, and by doing so you will be in the raffle. After the game I will raffle a chess book amongst the viewers who have taken part in this game. So I'm looking forward to seeing your move and your comments in the comment section. So I hope you will take part in our game, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe to the Chess to Impress channel, and please leave a comment. I will read them all and I will reply to them all. If you like this video, if you like the series of the viewers' games, then please share them on social media by clicking the share button on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter and on Facebook. This is Rick for Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.